at that time, the Korean population's perception, I'm not saying it was true, was like they were kind of like condescending towards their customer base. Perception of people was like, these people don't trust us. And we keep spending money with them, making them rich. In our community, especially during that time, it was the perception that we allowed other people to take over our community, and they still don't like us. That's why people didn't like the Koreans, in my opinion.
좀 좋지 않은 감정을 가지고는 있었지만 폭동 날 정도로는 아니었죠. 사우스 센트럴 저기서 할 때도 저는 관계가 좀 좋았어요. 우리 가게는 지켜줄 줄 알았어요. 솔직히 말씀드려서. 근데 전소됐습니다.
We got there just as this market was starting to be looted. Look at these people pouring out. Next thing I knew, they walked out of their stores. 3 of them were holding guns, and they just started firing at everybody and anybody.
As I'm flipping through the channels, I see my father on TV. He's protecting his gun store because he didn't want the guns, his gun store, to be looted, because he didn't want those guns to get out into the public hands. I felt bad for him because I know how, even at that age, I know how hard he worked, and kind of for something like that to happen is just...
Thank you. Good morning. You know, 20 years ago, I saw our community hurt, kicked down, and crying. And a question came to my heart. Why isn't it that as our community is crying, why weren't there others crying with us?
Just like the internment was for the Japanese community, it was a defining moment and that woke up the Korean community. And so for us, it is so significant. And yet the irony is that for as significant as it was and is to the Korean community, it is yet to be fully recognized by the greater powers.
There were very few who could come and talk on behalf of Koreans. And I thought to myself, and one of the reasons why I followed the career path that I did, why I do work on race discrimination, including Asian Americans, is to make sure that there was a cadre of people who could speak about the Asian American condition, about Korean Americans, when the fire came the next time.
I have a lot of pride in Koreatown, but I just feel like there's so many things like we need to do here, like bars, coffee shops, and Korean barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Like, there isn't much culture like really here. To be a better battle rapper, it's more than just your rhymes. You have to be socially aware. Like, you got to look at the bigger picture. And I think that LA Riots that was the biggest problem. People weren't looking at the bigger picture. They were just acting on emotion, you know what I mean? And you make the biggest mistakes when you do that.
I think it's almost funny when people say that they don't see race. I understand the idea behind it, you know what I mean? But there are distinctions that are things to be celebrated too. I think there are differences, and those are good things. But then, you know, not really. You know, it's not really something that I ever look at and be like, yeah, you know, like, I have black friends, you know, like, or I have Asian friends, or I have Hispanic friends. It's just part of being in LA, I think, growing up here.
What about today, 20 years after?
Yes, I'm glad you asked that, because I don't want to sound like super negative. Koreans here are cool. Just go to the liquor store in Florence and Normandy and check them out.
Oh, okay. All right. What's up, downtown? What's going on? Hi, babe. How you doing? I'm fine. All right. Honey. How you doing? Oh, thank you, honey. She brought out every time she made the food, bring out to give to me. Thanksgiving, whatever. You know, because James, I love you.
Do it again for Thanksgiving. I love you.
All the time. She brought here.
If you're not here, we don't want to come here. I swear.
All right.
Ask
Thank you, honey.
And in this community, specifically, the Koreans are nice. And people are nice to them because we actually need them. And then again, they actually need us. So I guess it's a give and take. People are cool.
Beverly here, whatever, you see that those people happy here? Not to like this one. You see right here, every people come here happy. To say that and to feeling and look out to people each other. And that makes little things here make different than community. To show you, I am the Korean American, whatever. It just, we are American all together. You know what I mean? How can it happen like 20 years? Like, no, never. Not gonna be like that. Hi, honey, how are you? Give me love. And you listen to me what I talk about here? Yeah.